Hello, hello. Oh my microphone really works. Let me just check the volume levels. Wow. Let me just say that I'm so happy that I have the microphone working today. Yeah. I look crazy. I have been back to the beach tonight and did a little artwork while I was there. Tonight, Anthony Burke Sr. at his studio, he has an invitation for artists to come and step away from their regular routine and come and make art, bring your stuff and make art. So I've had a very busy week in general. I had a class today. I've done a lot of stuff around the house this morning and didn't get done with stuff that I wanted to get done with today, but sometimes you just have to clean house. And I mean like regular house, like you have to clean up your house, right? So that was today. And it was uh, it was necessary. I mean, our house is not crazy or whatever, but after having events and moving stuff around and I'm changing up, I mentioned that earlier this week, changing up storage and I'm also changing stuff around downstairs here in the studio. Just, when I just have to take care of stuff. So this is Thursday, guys. This is Thursday. I'm trying to I need to put this so I can see what I'm doing. You guys, let's see. Maybe this will work. I don't know. So, thank you guys for those of you who have subscribed. Thanks so much. And those of you who have watched my last videos, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was nice to see that we had some additional views than normally. Um, I haven't really pushed the this channel yet that much. It's really even after 22 days of going live every day, I I'm planning to push it more. I'm really on the edge of having everything down pat the way I want it. I did change, if you notice here, I changed the framing of the video itself. I actually need to move this down a little bit, I just realized. Um, I was playing around with some stuff here on the program I use, and I did some more cropping in. If you noticed, it looks a little different. You can see the painting here. Um, last night, the whole idea, I changed the painting from my cat painting to the flamingos. The flamingos were just totally washed out because it's mostly white canvas. So I put up the chair. I painted this chair a while back and I have shown it a couple times and I painted it live at an event at the library, in fact. And it's when I paint live, and I like to do a thing called pick my palette, and I let people choose the colors in this painting, other than the chair. I already had that picked out, but the colors here in the background, that was all picked by people that came to the live event. So I basically lay out a palette and they choose the colors and in order, and then I I lay the colors on the palette, and this was all painted with a big trowel, the background per se. And every time one layer is put on is another person's choice of paint. So it's a real fun way of having um, a community engagement painting live. And I haven't done one of those in a little while, but hey, if you'd like for me to come paint live at your event, I do that. I should put that on my list. I just don't have that on the list. Um, but this is actually probably one of my favorite pieces, and that's probably why I haven't really shown it that much. It's only been seen here at our open studio events, and it hasn't been taken to any other pop-ups or anything like that. It's just it is one of my favorite paintings that I've done. And this is a series of paintings actually of mid-century modern iconic pieces on top of pick my palette backgrounds. So I sold the vintage TV to someone. There was another pick my palette painting that I did of a hummingbird that sold, and they're all this size. This is 36 by 36 inches, and I have this one left, and I have a VW bus that I never really finished it all the way, and I think I'm going to soon. Um, but it's also 36 by 36 inch. Um, I think that's all of those that I got done. I was painting, I actually painted these in a set of, I forget how many I was planning to paint, and they were all for a solo show. And that solo show would have been in March 2020, and we all know that that wasn't good. But I had already canceled my show prior to that. Even after I had planned it, it took 2 years, 2 years to schedule a show at this one location. I scheduled it 2 years in advance. So I scheduled it in 2018 to have the show in 2020. And I basically painted several pieces in that time frame. Plus, I worked a regular full-time job. This was all before I was a full-time artist. And the location that I waited so long for, it was really excited about it. And this is a location that I had had a show a couple times before. And yeah, so then the business was sold. And so that just threw everything off. So about probably, I think it was like 6 months before the show, the business was sold. I think it was around 6 months. And then I was just like, I didn't like that idea. So I actually withdrew my show after waiting at that point. It was a year and a half to have the show in March 2020. And yeah, so this painting was painted quite a while ago. And I don't know, I just like it. And one of the cool things is about this series of paintings. These paintings come, I provide whoever purchases these paintings from these series um, special chroma glasses that turn this piece into 3D by just putting on a pair of glasses. Um, so I will have all the remaining pieces up during our I might actually show them in February. There's going to be the Peach is going to have a art walk um, in February, and I might I'm going to be taking mostly my fine art pieces there for that event. The flamingos are going to go there. Um, the mid-century pieces are going to go. So all of my bigger fine art pieces, I have a couple more that are in storage over there and in this room behind me here. And my husband has several fine art pieces as well that will be at that show. So we will show them before our open studio. So if you want to get the chance to, if you happen to live in this area, in the area of Palm Beach County, Florida, then you'll be able to see them in February. And then if they do not sell in February, we will be showing them in May. So that's the schedule so far to see our fine art pieces. Um, yeah. So anyway, we went to Anthony Burke Sr.'s studio today at the Peach and hung out there. I did a little look onto some computer work for No More Starving Artists Foundation while I was there. Worked on that a little bit while I was there, but I've been working on a commission piece since Christmas, so almost a month. I started it on I guess I started probably the 22nd last month, and I'm going to finish it sometime soon, and maybe I'll work on it here live next week. But I didn't get it done, nor did I even bring it back down here. We just got home. Um, when I say just, maybe 30 minutes ago. Um, so, with that being said, it was a busy Thursday. Did I get done with the stuff that I should have gotten done with? No. But last night, when I signed off here last night, I just couldn't stop working down here, so I redid all of this last night. Took everything down from here. I just felt that it was just too much behind my head. Um, and I moved. This is actually a rolling cart that's here, but I've added to the top of this my planners and notebook that are my active things that I'm using, and all those stickers that we talked about a couple days ago. Um, they are all in here, and I have them all lined up this way. Then I can see all the ones that are in there. So, and back here I have some stencils. Sometimes I use stencils on things. And they're just, I mean, some are really cool stencils. Like I have this one because I used to do a lot of planning for events. I still do event planning, but I'm just not doing it as much. But this was one of my favorite stencils. It is a banquet stencil, basically like a planner for events. And I've actually had this stencil for a really long time. Before I would do planning on the computer. So this is quite an old stencil. And it's just fun to still use these kinds of things every once in a while. So it's fun to see, fun to pull out every once in a while. It has like where you can get a table service for 8. And it has let's see, can I just find it? This is probably you can see. Maybe. So it would have, oh, you can't really see it. You know, you know, you just never know what's gonna happen. But it has like a circle and a little place for every chair. It's really cute stencil. So I use stencils every once in a while. Not as much as I used to because everything is, look at these. These are from when I used to do scrapbooking. I used to teach scrapbooking and had a business with creative memories products. And I used to go and teach how to preserve your memories in photographs. Um, and not a lot of people print out their pictures as much as they used to. Now that technology just keeps them in your pocket. So I thought about bringing it back. I know my stepdaughter in Holland, they, the stepdaughters, they like to do memory books. And so when they're here, when they come over here, I have all kinds of things. They use different things, the stickers and stuff. So uh so yeah, I thought about maybe doing that again. Just because I do have books that are not finished. I did also start um, a savings challenge. Is that messed up on there? Of course it is. It's messed up. So this little binder here has 30 envelopes, and basically you want to save 30 envelopes of money. And if you do it $1 in the first one, $2 in the second, $3 in the third, fourth, and so on, and you get to 30, do you know how much money that would be? Does anybody know really quick? I can tell you because I did the whole calculation earlier. I would like to do like 100-day challenge or 100 envelope challenge. I don't think I can do it in 100 days, because that would be a lot of money to make in 100 days. Just spare money, like extra. Um, I think that if you did it for 100 days and you put, like I said, it's $1 in one envelope, the next envelope has $2, the next one has $3, the next one has $4, next one has $5, $6, and so on, and you do 100 of these like that, you end up saving $5,050. Isn't that kind of crazy to think? That if you just take a little that spare change, like after going to the grocery store, you used your budget, right? Oh, you have extra, and you take that money and stuff them, in envelopes, or maybe you want to put it in the bank. Either way, um, it's just a fun way of saving money, and I've been doing this for a little while. So I'm gonna pull up my sheet here. If you do 30 envelopes, it's $465, which isn't a lot of, but $465 it's not nothing, right? So I'm gonna do a 30-day or a 30 envelope challenge. So right now I have stuffed. I gotta make little numbers for them. It's five. I have six. So I currently have $21. Doesn't sound like a lot. But I could have put more in there, but I decided I'd leave a little cash in my wallet. But it's pretty fun. If you did, oh my gosh, why do I yawn so much? Maybe because it's like 11 o'clock. If you did 50 envelopes, it gives you $1,275. If you do the challenge and do it at 60 envelopes, you're at $1,830. So what's really fun is 30 envelopes gives you $465, but 60 envelopes gives you $1,830. If you follow the math and putting one and two and three and four and $5 in each envelope going up to 60, $1,830. Yeah, it's not bad. And you go all the way to 100, it's $5,050. That's a good amount of money. So, um, I thought I would start that today because I did have some cash in my wallet, and I'm like, well, I really don't need this in my wallet. I'll just keep like 25 bucks in there. So I put the remaining in my little savings binder. Fun way to save. I actually have a product line that kind of does this. You get special envelopes and such, and so I do have a product line that's not out, but sometimes I bring it to events. The next event that it will be at will be on May 20, uh, let me see, May 23rd. I think that's the next one I will bring the envelopes to. Maybe I'll do maybe I'll do it again sometime at another venue space. But yeah, if you're interested in learning how to do that or want to see that, let me know. Um, it's a lot of fun and it's a unique way of saving money. And you don't leave it in here for too long. You get to one point and you need to go put it in the bank. Go put it somewhere. Uh, maybe put it in somewhere you're going to gain some interest on it. So, yeah, you don't want to just keep it laying around. And literally, there's $21 in here. So, I'm probably not going to take that to the bank right now. But, um, but yeah, that's what I do every once in a while. I don't do it all the time. I started doing it back, um, oh gosh, probably 4 years ago. I learned how to save this way. And I would say we are debt free, but we had to buy an air conditioner. So, yeah. So we're not debt free and we have a house. So, not 100% debt free, but it's a way that I kind of became debt free, I guess you could say. Um, and as a full-time artist, the least amount of debt you have, the better it is. So, you artists out there, try to save your money in a unique and creative way. And, and try to stay out of debt as much as possible. So, anyway, on that note, I think I'm going to call it quits. I'm tired. I mean, literally, we just got home. Well, now, 45 minutes ago. And the more I sit here, the more I want to work. And I really shouldn't start working at 11:05 at night. Um, so I hope you guys like the new setup. It is a little bit cleaner. It's not necessarily like super clean, but it's not as cluttered. I took some things down and moved them. Um, I took one of these out that was in here that had like the foam brushes. I use this for my classes. So I decided I'd just take the whole thing out and put that with classwork stuff. And then I took off all the small stuff here and cleaned up this stuff. Took off stuff there. I had product on this side, and I like to keep my tools, scissors and punches, and some paintbrushes up here. And then I like to keep product line over here. And don't look at that. Don't look at that. This is all going to be restacked like from here. This is pretty much redone, this side, with all these products on it. But I have a lot of products that are still from the last event. And then a little bit further over, right there, are they're actually made for fingernail polishes to hang those on the wall like at a salon. Um, but I use them for the paint. The little small 2-ounce size bottles fit perfect on these shelves. So there's actually 6 shelves over here that have paint on them. And the top rack doesn't have as much because I have them in my bag. They're my favorite ones. And I have them in my bag that I take with me to the art pop-up play play dates. I don't know what it's not a play date. It's I don't know what you want to call it. I don't know what I forgot what Anthony calls it. It's anyway when I do art on the go. I just decided to keep the paints in my bag. So I'm going to put more up there. I just haven't. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna really sign off. Just look, there's a lot of stuff on my desk right now because I took some of it off this rack and it's here. Like all well, here's some bookmarks that I make, but these are all the tassels that I use for my bookmarks that I make. So this these are small watercolor paintings that I make into bookmarks. Um, so yeah, I have a few of those. Just thinking that I made some resin bookmarks, but I don't know where they are. So these are really cute little bookmarks. And ironically, these are from the same painting. So let me see which number. So when I do a painting on watercolor, they get cut and then they get numbered. So this is number 2 in the line, and this is number 4. So this would have been, and there would have been another one in the middle, and that one already sold. So um, I only have these 2 left for this one painting, but I have some more of these paintings that I will be cutting up and making into bookmarks real soon, sometime next week. So anyway, thanks so much for tuning in, and that's Thursday, or this has been Thursday. Yeah. Oh, and I have confirmed what my classes are going to be at the school, so I will be coming out with kind of a more impromptu and planned schedule for the live videos. So there will be days that I will just pop on, but there will be set days with set times. So I've decided to make it a hybrid planned YouTube live videos. Just for the fact there are a couple days that alternate, like um, Wednesdays and Fridays. Some Wednesdays I have events, some Fridays I have events. So those are going to be the days that it will just be a random pop on video live. And then Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, we'll have a scheduled time. And I will try to schedule the times according to um, different time zones too. So I know I have a lot of followers that come on earlier to watch videos, and I have a lot of followers that come on later to watch videos. So sometimes the followers that are earlier are in Europe that are following us there. And I like to have videos for earlier watchers. So get ready. The schedule's coming. It's kind of already in my head to do. So Monday, Tuesday, oh no, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. So 5 days will be scheduled times, and then Wednesday and Friday will be random pop on time for the live. So get ready. I'm gonna pick the times at some point tomorrow. But number one thing tomorrow is bookkeeping. Yay. I actually really love to do QuickBooks. I know, I'm a little weird. A lot of people don't like that, but I do. Yeah, I love it so much that I wait till the end of the year to do it all. I don't know why I do that every year for like 20 something years. I'm always the last minute. So if you are watching, thank you so much. If you just tuned in and you're like, wait, I just tuned in, I am so sorry. But you can watch this on the replay. And if you are new here and have never been here and you have not subscribed yet, think about it. Consider subscribing. I do weird stuff on here sometimes, like sometimes I just talk without actually making any noise because I forget the microphone. So anyway, sometimes it's really funny. And the channel is Art O'Clock. We talk about art stuff. It's my art life channel, basically. Um, I am a full-time artist, so I just come on and talk about that every day. What's happening? What happens in a full-time artist world? A lot of stuff. A lot. So hit the subscribe button, please. It would help us out a lot. Like the video. That's a really great way to help us out too. And of course, ring the bell for notifications when we do go live. And I appreciate it. Go check out all of our things that we do on our website. Links are in the description below. And we will see you tomorrow. What day is tomorrow? Oh, it's Friday. It'll be earlier than this tomorrow. So get ready, Europeans, European fans out there. I'll be on live earlier tomorrow. I mean, like technically, you're if you're over there, you might be just waking up for to go to work. Anyway, thanks so much. See you later. Bye bye.